Further concept is critical temperature. These definitions are very important. You have to memorize it. It is what is critical temperature. I have asked you in the previous video what is critical temperature. First we have to define it, because in exams you have to write the definition of this. It is a temperature below which the material changes from normal conductor to a superconductor. It is a normal conductor to superconductor. How? First, write the definition. It is the temperature below which the material changes from normal conductor to a superconductor. What is superconductor? Superconductivity, in the first video you have seen that the temperature, when we drop the temperature or when we rise the temperature, the resistance of the material or a specimen or a sample, it becomes zero. It is known as superconducting material. Then critical temperature means the temperature below which the material changes. If we change in the temperature, the change in temperature is known as critical temperature. How much it has changed from normal state to the superconducting state. It is denoted as Tc. And another word for the critical temperature is transition temperature. Next, this much you have to write. You have to define the SI unit, and this is optional. Our next topic is critical current. It is denoted by IC. Definition: the critical current is the maximum current a superconductor can carry. Critical current means this is a superconductor, and how much amount of current it is carrying, the maximum amount of current that a superconductor can hold. It is known as critical current, and there is a without losing its superconductivity, means there is no change in resistance. The resistance must always equals to 0. For that current we can say it as a critical current. The critical current IC is the maximum is the maximum current a superconductor can carry without losing its superconductivity. Now, you have learned about you know what is HC means, the magnetic field intensity. This magnetic field intensity and the critical current, they both are related to each other. How? Suppose this is a cylindrical wire of a radius r. Then we have to calculate how much current this cylindrical wire can hold without losing its superconducting state. The formula to find out the critical current is given by IC is equal to 2 pi r into Hc. What is 2 pi r? The circumference of this cylindrical wire multiplied by its magnetic field intensity Hc. By this formula we can measure the critical current. Here IC means critical current and R is the radius of the cylindrical wire. Hc means the magnetic field intensity. So that's all, you can write this much, and these are the definitions which are maximum asked. This is very important in this module, critical current. And another concept is Silsby effect. What is it? Critical current in Silsby effect. Critical current, the bracket, Silsby effect. It is not same as this Misner's effect. There is a lot of difference. In short, we have to say that when the current flows through a superconductor, when we pass the current through a superconductor, it generates its own magnetic field. When we apply the current, the superconductor generates its own magnetic field. If this material has its own magnetic field, it generates when we supply the current. If this self field reaches the material's critical magnetic field, if this self field, this is its own self field, if this reaches the material's critical field, critical magnetic field, the superconductivity will be destroyed. Its superconductivity will be destroyed. Destroyed means indirectly the resistance will occur in this superconducting material if the material's critical magnetic field reaches the self field which the material has been generated its own magnetic field. The maximum current that can flow before this occurs is the critical current. You have seen the definition above. And the expression here is given.